Complete story of Arkon, Earth 616. Arkon was born of noble lineage on the extra-dimensional world Polmachus. The people of Polmachus developed a culture that glorifies warfare, and Arkon succeeded in becoming the greatest warrior of his people. Appointed Empyrean of the largest country on Polmachus, Arkon mounted military campaigns against neighboring countries in an effort to conquer the world. His dreams were forgotten when Polmachus was faced with a worldwide catastrophe in that the light and heat providing planetary rings were disintegrating. Arkon's scientists, led by Grand Vizier Greybeard, determined that atomic explosions occurring on Earth somehow were extra-dimensionally translated to rekindle the energy rings for about a year. Although Polmachus had not developed nuclear weaponry, the scientists predicted that if they were to atomically annihilate the Earth, their world's energy rings would be restored to power. Toward this goal, Arkon manipulated the hero known as the Scarlet Witch into reciting a magical spell found in a Polemarchian book to enable Arkon to transport himself to Earth. Attracted to the Scarlet Witch, Arkon kidnapped her, to force her become his queen, as well as a group of atomic scientists. The scientists used to construct an atomic device. Before Arkon could detonate it on Earth, however, Scarlet Witch's super team, the Avengers, reached Polmachus, defeated Arkon's army and forced him to retreat to New York City, where he was followed by some of the Avengers. While Arkon fought those enemies at the Empire State Building, Avengers Thor Odinson and Iron Man, still at Polmachus, managed to artificially rekindle Polmachus' energy rings without damaging Earth. Arkon received a report on this by his vizier, and then he ceased hostilities with Earth, even refusing to keep the Scarlet Witch as his bride. The Avengers had cause to revisit Arkon's world when their comrade, the Black Knight, was taken captive by Arkon while searching for the well at the center of time. Arkon ceased hostilities with the Avengers when he learned that he was being duped by the Asgardian enchantress. Although his world now possessed the capacity for atomic power, Arkon was dissatisfied with the length of time it took to build a nuclear arsenal. Thus, he devised a plan to pit 3 extra-dimensional worlds, one of which was Earth, against one another, in hopes that the energy from the resultant nuclear conflagration could be absorbed by his world. His elaborate machinations failed, due to the efforts of the super team Fantastic Four. Arkon was forced to return to Earth yet again when the machine that Iron Man had once built to rekindle Polmachus' rings failed due to Arkon's tinkering with it. Arkon traveled to Earth to recruit Thor to recharge the machine, but he settled for the mutant known as Storm, who also had the ability to summon lightning. Storm agreed to help and Arkon returned Storm and her allies to Earth. Another time, the Fantastic Four helped Arkon drive off an extra-dimensional invasion of Polmachus by the alien race of Beiduin. Some time later, Arkon traveled to Earth to employ the Avengers and Fantastic Four as pawns in his war with rival otherworldly monarch Thundra, until he made peace with Thundra after realizing they shared a strong mutual attraction later. With consort Thundra, Arkon sought the Avengers' aid in repairing Polmachus' energy ring and protecting the maiden Astra from becoming a human sacrifice to Polmachus' religious zealots led by the High Priest Ansgar. Arkon also had a rival in his Grand Vizier, who, over time, convinced Arkon to return Polmachus to a more barbaric lifestyle rather than rely on its science. The Grand Vizier then abducted the superhero and Avenger Photon along with the supervillains battling her at the time, the Wrecking Crew. The Grand Vizier used the Wrecking Crew to depose of Arkon and Thundra, until the Avengers arrived to rescue their teammate and restore Arkon to the throne. Polmachus then returned to its hybrid barbaric/scientific lifestyle. Arkon kept searching for Polmachus and came across the survivors of the airplane that crash-landed onto Weird World upon going through the Bermuda Triangle. He saved them and told them that they needed to get away from the plane wreck. When Arkon was sighted on Earth, Thundra and Tyndall arrived to look for help in finding him. Their search for Arkon was interrupted by the arrival of Warbo and his crystal warriors, the Magma Men, and the elves of Clarn as Thundra told Tyndall to find the Squadron Supreme. When the Squadron, Tyndall, and Thundra ended up on Weird World, they were ambushed by Arkon, who had been possessed by an evil madness as he assisted Madrid and Warrior Woman into taking down Nighthawk, Blur, and Tyndall. When the three of them brought Nighthawk, Blur, and Tyndall to a specific castle, they found it inhabited by a revived Dr. Druid.